So welcome to the second fall edition of On the Road with David Storto. And today we are at the annual meeting of the American Medical Rehabilitation Providers Association, which is being held here in Boston. And one of our colleagues who's here today is Stephanie Nadoli, who's the VP of Operations at Spalding Cape Cod. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, David.
So how long have you been involved with AMPRA?
I think I've been involved in AMPRA for probably 15 years or so. I find that I come to this conference every year. It's super interesting. It's where I get my juice to keep going for the rest of the year. I learn all about what's happening in the regulatory world and keeping us up to date as we need to run the hospital. You know, rehab's a small little world, but we all come together once a year and really share best practices and ideas to help each other.
That's great.
So I have the great pleasure today to introduce Ms. Roseanne Sedoya. So as a Boston Marathon survivor and an amputee, Roseanne has been dedicated to changing the lives of others. And you'll hear today that she's an incredible motivational speaker and an author. You'll be able to see her book out front. And she continues to combine her powerful story of perseverance and her background to offer lessons that help her in her challenging recovery.
The support has been tremendous. I am where I am today because of my first responders, because of my therapists, because of my doctors, because of the president of Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital, because of my trauma doctor. I would not be able to really find that extraordinary in the ordinary. They help me do that every day.
You know, we have a bold mission and vision. Many of you probably have a mission that has some statement about improving quality of life. We really, believe in that around our patient population. We have maybe an audacious vision about being not one of the best, but the best in connection with how we're organized, not so much around each and every one of our individual components within this family we call Partners Continuing Care, but how we are integrated within that family and how we are integrated more fully into the broader healthcare system. Doug, welcome. Good morning. Good to see you.
I do want to thank David in particular for hosting today. We really appreciate it. It's a great facility, and they will be having tours afterwards if anybody wants to, has not had a chance to see Spalding.
We are hosting the Board Strategic Planning Retreat for the American Medical Rehab Providers Association.
So we're a small group of providers. We make up less than 11% of the post-acute care spend by Medicare and probably less than 1% of the total Medicare spend. So we really need to come together with one voice to be able to have some influence in terms of policy.
We're all very proud at Spalding of all that we've accomplished and worked so hard to assume this major leadership position in the field of rehab for our patients, and it's been nice to be able to share that with our colleagues.
We think of our program as being really fun. The patients love to come down, get out of the hospital.
And really aspire to be able to do in their organizations much of what we've done at Spalding. So I hope you've enjoyed learning more about Spalding's leadership role at the national level through our involvement in this annual meeting of the American Medical Rehab Providers Association. So I'll see you again in the winter for the next edition of On the Road with David Storto.